If your monthly payment is $1,400 a month and ongoing maintenance is between $400, you're paying $1,800 a month. There's a ton of hidden costs that comes with buying a house, stuff that sneaks up on you that you don't even think about, and if you don't plan for it, it can be very, very costly. So we're gonna take a couple of seconds to talk about these 5 hidden costs that you should prepare for when buying a house. So sit back, relax, and just enjoy it. First up, closing costs. You think it's probably gonna be just your down payment, right? Wrong. Everyone always thinks your closing costs are just gonna be your down payment for the house, which is usually 3 to 5% of the house, but it is not that. There's gonna be things like lender fees, title payments, your appraisal, taxes, insurance, and it's anywhere between 2 to 5% of the purchase price. So on a $300,000 house, you're looking at around 6,000 to 15 grand on top of your down payment. That's not exactly extra pocket change that you plan for. And I'm telling you right now, a lot of people do not expect this when it comes to buying a house. So please think about closing costs when it comes to your pre-approval and what you're gonna be buying. Next are gonna be your home inspections. This is a cost that you're gonna have to pay up front, but I'm telling you right now, this could make or break whether or not you're gonna pay thousands on the back end after you close on your place. When you hire a home inspector, he's gonna be looking at everything, every single thing you could possibly think of with the house. The roof, the foundation, any cracks, any chipped paint, any cosmetic damages. If your refrigerator is running, the windows, all of these things come within a home inspection. Home inspections usually cost anywhere between $300 to $600, and that's just a baseline home inspection. If you want to do extra things like a radon test, testing the well and septic, testing the sewer line, checking for mold, that also is an additional cost on top of that $300 to $600. I usually advise people to get a visual inspection, and I also advise them to get a sewer line inspection. Sometimes radon, depending on where you are. Where I'm at in Michigan, that usually is anywhere between $600 to $800 for both the visual and the sewer inspection. This part of buying a house is optional to some people, but to me, it's not optional. So please do not skip this part. Homeowners insurance and property taxes. Here's where a lot of first-time home buyers make a mistake. Homeowners insurance is going to be important and mandatory when you're buying a house, especially if you're putting less than 20% down. And then property taxes. Property taxes on itself vary from city to city, state to state, and that can be very, very costly as well too sometimes. A lot of first-time home buyers look at their mortgage and think, cool, yeah, I can afford that. But property taxes and homeowners insurance are going to tack on an extra couple $100 on the monthly payment, which could probably take it out of your budget. Have your lender give you a loan estimate that has both property taxes and insurance on top of your principal and interest, also known as your PITI. Now, this may not be a hidden fee, but people probably overlook it, and that's going to be your moving costs when you finally have the boxes ready to go and you got to go from place to place. Because not everybody has a truck where they can just move a whole bunch of stuff. Now, it may not mean too much to you if you're moving anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes away from you, but if you're moving from state to state or even county to county or an hour or two away, you got to think about boxes, moving stuff, storage. Maybe you don't buy movers, but you go ahead and have family members come and help you. You got to give them pizza and beer and all that good stuff. These are all important things that could be between 200 to 2,000. You know, all I'm trying to say is just don't forget about the fact that you have to move and you got to buy stuff and pack stuff in order to move. A quick pro tip for you guys is just to think about this process early on. I'm talking like before you even start going to look for houses. Just think about the amount of stuff you have, start condensing it, and get ready for when you do close on that house. Another mistake I see people make is when they are looking for a budget they're looking to stay in between them with buying a house, they think about the monthly payment for the house, but they don't think about the ongoing maintenance that comes with buying a house. We're talking about your water bill, your heat bill, gas, trash. If you're buying a condo, you're thinking about HOA. And all of these things are going to be things you pay on top of your monthly payment. So if your monthly payment is $1,400 a month and ongoing maintenance is between $400, you're paying $1,800 a month. And trust me when I tell you, all of those things hit differently when you're moving from an apartment to a house. They go way up. And another random bonus thing to think about, emergencies. When the leaky faucet happens, your little kid, he punched the drywall, and now you got to fix the drywall. The water heater goes out, or your lawnmower goes out. You got to think about all these things when you're buying a place. But now that you know about all these things, I promise you're going to be way ahead of a lot more people, and it's going to make you feel a whole lot better in the back end when you're in the process. Now, if you found this video to be helpful, go ahead and give it a like, maybe even a subscribe. I got plenty of other real estate videos that are going to be very chill just like this one, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.